It's an estate that is 38 years old.
The cost of the houses was so high. For some time there were no people to buy the houses. So it is not up to 1983 when the first people came to this estate.
How much was it being sold for?
The cheapest house here was around 285,000.
It has over the years flown under the radar, known more for its simple, serene society rather than its flamboyance.
Haikuwa hivi kitambo, ilikuwa red brick, alafu tunyumba tusuku, tuwa white, ama rangi yake.
Most of hizi hazikuwa.
Hizi hazikuwa.
Ilikuwa tu the residence.
But with age and time, things are changing. And it's a change that is no pocket change if you're a financial lightweight.
And to hire out such a place, how much will it cost me?
100K per month.
You're joking. 100,000 shillings
Yes.
in a month.
Yeah.
Area code Pioneer Estate begins now. You will locate the estate just off Outer Ring Road at the junction of Mombasa Road in Nairobi's Eastlands area. Pioneer borders Kariobangi South to the south and Buruburu Phase 5 extension to the north. The estate is rather quiet, unassuming and traditional compared to other areas that has seen an upsurge in the number of residents due to population explosion within the country's capital city. Construction of Pioneer Estate began in June 1980. The development was spearheaded by the Pioneer Building Society Group, credited for also establishing key landmark buildings in Nairobi. The housing units comprised of either 3-bedroom maisonettes or 4-bedroom bungalows.
The only way you could tell about it is that when you look at the upper floor, it had only two windows.
Two windows. Like,
two windows.
So like, is this which type is this one?
This is type 1.
Type
and
1.
So we are seeing two windows, that one and that one.
Oh, so that one and then this small
yes,
window.
Yeah. Now type 2 would also be 3 bedrooms, but now the washroom would have two. I mean, when you look at the first floor, it is going to be having 3 windows. As you can see, what we are looking at, the brown house there.
Like this brown house.
You can
now.
see the bigger window, and then the other 2 small houses, two windows.
There was also type 3 houses which had similar structures as type 2, but exclusively had bigger bedrooms compared.
It was the first to be constructed, but there are other 2 phases.
65-year-old Patrick Theuri was among the first occupants of the estate back in the early 1980s. He tells me it was green, lavish and exclusive at the time. An estate suitable for a family man that he was.
The cost of the houses was so high. For some time there were no people to buy the houses. So it is not up to 1983 when the first people came to this estate.
How much was it being sold for?
The cheapest house here was around 285,000 for the type 1. Type 2 was possibly just around 295,000 or something like that. And then there's type 3, which was costing 300,000.
The houses were largely paid for thanks to mortgages issued out by the developer, the Pioneer Building Society.
At the Pioneer Building Society, all they wanted us to do was to pay the deposit, which was about 50,000. Okay? And then after paying the deposit, they would give you the house.
Oh.
And you would be paying monthly, depending on how you wanted to pay. You could take the mortgage from them for 15 years, or 20 years, or even 25 years.
And after that time...
So I took a mortgage of 20 years. So the monthly payment I was paying was 2,000 502 shillings.
Renting the place was much cheaper and would cost you just 1,200 shillings per month. Still, many preferred to buy the houses. But come 1985, the society underwent serious financial problems and the business would soon go bust, threatening the investment of many potential homeowners within the estate.
The mortgages were recorded. Yeah. So if you are unable to get a financier, they sold your house.
Oh no.
Okay. But those who have managed to get financiers, you either paid your money out of it, or the house will go to the financier. I mean, somebody, it will be sold.
That was more than 35 years ago, and since then, the estate has remained largely the same.
Pioneer Estate is divided into two phases. Phase 1, which has also been subdivided into 1A and 1B, and then there is Phase 2. The entire estate has less than 300 housing units. So small is this estate, it lacks any major social amenities. You'll find no hospitals, no schools, no police station within this entire area.
Phase 1A and Phase 1B were constructed between the year 1980 and 1983. Construction of Phase 2 began in 1983 and ended in 1986. Phase 1A comprised of 90 housing units. Phase 1B saw construction of 70 houses, while Phase 2 had 93 houses built. The estate has 2 official open spaces.
In your over 30 years of residency here, any regrets moving into Pioneer and not any other estate?
No regrets really, because the things that bother people most are things like security. This area has been fairly secure. The things that bother you also in estates is availability of water. I can assure you that we have never stayed here even for one day in my 30-something years without water.
You're very lucky.
We have never had that problem about water. It's only recently we are getting low pressure, but the water is there.
Always there.
They could be having low pressure, but the water is there.
You're very lucky people.
This is Wangombe wa Mwaniki, aka Bobe.
Siblings Veronica and Wangombe Mwaniki remember growing up in the estate where their childhood memories will forever remain.
Haikuwa hivi kitambo, ilikuwa red brick, alafu tunyumba tusupu, tuwa white, ama rangi yake.
Most of hizi hazikuwa.
Hizi hazikuwa.
Ilikuwa tu the residence.
But alafu unacheki barabara vile iko, ilikuwa flat-ish. Saa at least hapa hivi unaona at least wakaongeza kokoto na mataa. At least watu wanatembea na huku.
The developer then had made the houses so attractive that there was a tree planted in each compound to make the neighborhood a bit more serene with a cool ambience.
Kila nyumba huku hivi ilikuwa na mti yake ya
We all had a tree. Si tulikata yetu.
Every house.
Every house. Si tulikuwa na lugwats.
Either ni ya maembe, ya strawberries, ya malugu.
Yeah.
Makuta either iko mbele ama nyuma.
Eco-friendly estate.
Ni eco-friendly.
But the eco-friendly estate now may have seen better days. The pioneer of the 21st century is still running with the same infrastructure of the 20th century. Since its construction, the roads have never been recarpeted, neither have the lights ever been replaced.
That is not a fair way to treat people. Garbage, we pay for the collection of garbage from this estate. We pay private collectors. Of late, we have seen City Council road is coming into the estate, but we still pay. So since we pay for the services or like water, garbage, and the sewage, and the water were bunched together in the past. We would want that to continue happening, but it is not happening today. So the people are forced to pay for those services twice, because you are You are paying water to the Nairobi county government, and then you pay private people to collect the garbage. It is not fair.
Nonetheless, the residents of Pioneer try as much as they can to maintain the estate's clean and beautiful environment. Many of the homeowners have either rented out their houses or handed them over to their children. And moving out of the estate is seemingly an exception rather than the norm.
We are very close to
Stage
stages. Like tukikosa ya kwenda tao hapa, which is ROG hazikosangi. Like unaweza tumia hii.
ya Outer
Yeah, Outer Ring Road, unaweza enda Buru, upande zile za kutumia Jogo Road. Kuna 36, kuna 26 itafikisha Makadara. So
na Thika Road iko pale.
na Thika Road iko tu pale. So you just unavuka tu.
Unatembea hata unaweza get 42 hapa hivi zikikuja.
Yeah. So from
a good locality.
exactly.
It's in a good locality.
But even with its prime positioning, Pioneer's residents are not as happy as you may think they are.
Like the time I discovered the place was full of water, was water stagnated here for more than 6 months.
How deep is this?
The water is about 2 feet down, as you will see.
So you can't step inside.
No, you can't go inside.
When we return from the break,
Kitu siku like ni about hii barabara
I think I'd say
ilijengwa
the same, yeah.
juu
It mess a lot of things within the estate, like because of drainage. I think when they were building, either ni mchanga iliingia kwa whatever was supposed to be touring maji on the other side, ama waliziba in the process. Had to understand what happened there, but when it rains, it floods.
it's a quiet, peaceful neighborhood harboring loud concerns with no one giving them a listening ear.
Sometimes ikinavyochoma, it really suffocates.